Dudes. Welcome, dudes. You know what this is? What is this, Colin?
TGC, episode 3, baby. Woo!
What season are we in?
Season 2.
Season 2. Out of 2.
What did I say?
You didn't, so I had to clarify.
Season 2.
TGC, Two Guys in Coffee.
Episode 3.
With guests, hosts, Zach.
Colin.
And guest.
I'm Banker.
He's Banker. Is Banker short for anything? Like, do you have more? Is it just Banker?
Did you go to school for finances or something?
So, no.
Is that your profession? I said your name, not your profession.
It is definitely not my profession.
You look like a banker.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Very professional.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
my rodeo shirt.
It's definitely the rodeo shirt.
Yep, 100%.
Makes sense.
That's nice.
Welcome, Banker.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Excited
dude.
to be here.
Listen, you're a busy guy. All of our guests so far are really busy dudes. Like, you were you came from Green Bay, like
Yeah, I literally just got here in time, in theory.
had to fly you in on the Two Guys in Coffee jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Did
nice
you like
jet.
it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really nice.
The interior was,
Pretty solid.
I'll say it took a little, negotiation to get some of the extras added to that
Zach,
jet.
Colin
Zach
handled.
over here is a little tight with the...
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we won't get into that, I guess, but yeah, there was conversation had. But I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
We
We don't have to get into the fine details of it.
We don't.
Kind of personal, but
Yeah.
We don't.
I mean, I wouldn't want to drive down here all the way from Green Bay. Like,
No, it's like a
It's a drive.
25-minute drive.
Yeah.
other than there's
exactly.
right now it's rush hour.
Yeah, so you were just put you on the pad right outside and we were good.
Yeah.
Great time.
I'm glad that worked out. Really quick, why are we drinking these? What are we drinking and why? I don't
know the answer
We're
to that
drinking
question,
we're drinking
but they're
ranch
good.
waters today because we got Cowboy Banker
Yeah.
on, and it's hilarious that you wore a rodeo shirt, dude.
Every day I have some sort of...
That is so great that you wore that shirt.
Hell yeah.
I don't wear the hat because people look at me funny, but
If you don't wear the hat,
no, if I do. If I wear the cowboy hat,
oh, gotcha.
I get
the
weird
cowboy
looks.
hat.
Taylor gets mad. It's not acceptable.
Whatever.
We live in Wisconsin.
Who's Taylor?
Yeah, who's Taylor?
Baby mama.
Baby
Taylor's
mama.
a baby
Yeah.
mama, right? I think it's just something we could just normalize.
Do you wanna close the loop on the whole drink situation?
It's almost got away from us again, didn't
yeah.
it? Just now.
So let's do it now. I'll let you do it.
Can I handle this real quick?
Go for it.
Okay. So the podcast is called Two Guys and
Coffee.
Coffee. What we have here
It's
is
coffee.
not coffee.
Right.
Same with the last 2 episodes of season 2. Right. We've had some folks say, hey, dudes, what's up with that? Now, unfortunately, we had to wait till about the middle of last episode to cover this. So, our bad on that one. Here's the deal, right? A couple of things. Let me know if I miss anything. Thing one, coffee this late in the day, sometimes not super advantageous. Not always, but sometimes it could be a little, not ideal, right? Thing two, especially with the guests, this is an event. This is more of a social thing. Maybe this sort of beverage is more conducive to that. Not as serious, maybe.
Right.
Coffee is serious.
We're having a loosey-goose time.
It could be possibly perceived as serious, maybe to some. I think the main reason here is we drink more than just coffee.
Yes.
Is that fair?
I
That's
think
fair.
I think what I would like to go back to is that
Close the
this podcast started because of the idea. We had a conversation one day about opening a coffee shop. It was just a bullshit conversation.
The insemination or origination.
What did you say?
I don't need to know what was going on when you decided to
I remember.
That was a different time. That has nothing to do with this.
that was a bit in its own.
Yeah,
But
it was. That was a throwback
Anyway,
to episode 1.
and then he's like, he just randomly said, "Hey, you want to start a podcast?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I thought he was joking. I sat back down, and he's like, "Hey, oh, serious? You actually want to?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And we were talking about coffee before that.
Yep.
Okay.
So then we said, well, we should have to make it do with coffee, and we'll drink coffee on the podcast.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We're not Xing the coffee.
No.
Stop. Guys, we're not getting rid of the coffee. I don't know what the big deal is here. Settle down.
Listen. No, it's just there's other beverages in play.
Have you had an episode where you drank coffee?
Absolutely,
The whole
dude.
season 1 was
All
coffee.
season
okay.
one.
So why
Yeah.
are people mad?
I don't think they're mad. They're
I think
just
they're mad.
wondering.
Providing feedback, and now we are.
If
closing
Natasha's
the-
listening,
Yeah.
this is for you, Natasha.
Are you listening, or did you just jump in the second episode just to
Yeah.
give us some negative feedback?
Give us some. She's beefing, dude.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'd call
beefing?
that. She's beefing.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I think we nailed that one.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, I do not drink coffee.
At all?
No, at all.
You're kidding.
Once in a while, I'll have a cappuccino.
Oh.
You're a cappuccino guy. Can I ask you something about the cappuccino?
Yeah.
I'm
Mocha.
sorry. You have a
Mocha
you have a
cappuccino.
clarifying question about the cappuccino.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
we're gonna dive in.
I often wonder this about the cappuccinos.
Proceed.
I asked my girlfriend the same thing because people get these cappuccinos, and I wonder, how do you not feel like your insides are just? I'll put it this way: if I take one drink of cappuccino, I feel like I have to drink water straight for 3 days before I'll make up for what I just lost, because I feel so dehydrated after, and it's so sugary that I'm like,
So you shrivel up from the inside out?
yeah.
I don't know if you've run by the shop at all. I survive solely on Mountain Dew.
That's right. You're a Dew
So
guy.
cappuccino
Yeah.
is almost
Yeah.
less sugar
Got
than
it.
what I consume on a normal daily basis.
How much water are you drinking on a day?
You staying hydrated?
I got half a ranch water down.
Oh, dude. So your
Got it.
veins are full of lime
that-
green.
Yeah,
I know
Oh,
that
they
was
are.
a joke, but I know that based on that response, you don't drink a lot of water.
I don't. If it's warm out,
Yeah.
the problem is you know like you get the bottle of water, your standard bottle of water,
Yeah.
one drink.
Dude, that's
It's not
why
like a sip. I down the whole bottle, and then I'm like, that did nothing.
it's
And now
because it's one
sitting in
bottle of
my
water,
gut.
bro.
It's like
That's not gonna do anything, especially if you don't regularly drink it, man.
sometimes like I'll have like 2 or 3, I'll be on like third, fourth Mountain Dew, and I'll be like, I should really drink some water, and I just down one whole water, and I'm like,
Can I tell you what
Good
that's
enough.
equivalent to? Sorry, I'm really making this
You're
about my
really in
opinions.
on this, yeah.
But I'll tell you what that's equivalent to. That's equivalent to going to the doctor or whoever you take your, health advice from, and he says
You're banker,
you need
maybe.
to eat more vegetables. So you go home and you eat a whole bag of carrots, and then you're like, I don't
You're
feel
good for
any
the month.
different.
This was bullshit. I don't feel any different.
Yeah, right.
I like carrots. That's a good
Listen, dude.
analogy.
If you apply that same tactic, like when you're drinking water, you're in it for the utility, so you're just slamming it. That's what I do, but the volume is much larger.
Sure.
So you could do a lot of, when I say damage, it's a good thing. You could do a lot of damage with like a legitimate receptacle. Because, I mean, I'll go through one bottle of water in 30 seconds and yeah, it's not good. Because now you got to get another one or you got to refill and that's annoying.
So you know what the worst part is for me, right? Because I'm so busy, right, in the shop, and like taking the time to go pee is literally like annoying to me.
That's really a valid point.
Can we help out the folks watching?
Yeah. Sorry, I took that one for a loop. But
Real quick.
we
No,
can.
it's fine. They're probably used to it by now. Anyway, what do you do, bro? Who's banker? You
What?
talk about this shop.
Oh man.
what is even you?
What is even
What
Cody
is
Banker?
even me?
What is even banker, dude?
That's
What do you do?
how do we
Because you are a busy guy.
how deep do we get here?
Who do you work for? What do you do for them? And what the fuck's that about?
Yeah,
Oh
what
my
is your-
god!
what
I
is
don't
your-
think we have enough time on the podcast on what I do for them.
What does your daily work look like?
Oh,
Origin story
origin story.
/ what do you do?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Go.
So clearly,
Go.
I guess not clearly because you've had a great spectrum of people on here. I work for Custom Offsets, technically.
Okay, yeah. CO.
CO. I previously ran the business that was Offsets Garage, the the local shop, the place where you could come get your wheels, tires.
The
suspension.
storefront.
The storefront.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Which we no longer have. But I solely build all of the local vehicles, any of the customers we take in, or any of our company vehicles, or any of our media content. I'm also in videos. I give advice mostly. I'm the technical person of the company. Let's put it that way.
You're like the guy.
The guy.
I would say.
If you have a question, you ask me.
Yeah, like the dude. Yeah. You've built all 4 of my vehicles that I've had since I've been associated with you.
Yes.
So there's that.
You get to work on some cool stuff too.
Some cool stuff.
SEMA trucks.
Some
SEMA
not
car.
really cool stuff.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah.
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 I'd love to hear some of your least favorites without naming names or vehicles, but I don't know how easy that would be for you. Do you have any that you just like think about from time to time? And you're like, dude.
Yeah, or just funny stories in general, maybe.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh man, on the spot like that. I mean, terrible memory.
Doesn't
fine
have
if
to
you
be.
can't remember. Yeah.
Maybe
but
we'll come to you.
you know, this is Wisconsin.
Yes.
We get a very large amount of people who think that buying new suspension will fix all of the problems of their 15-year-old rusted out Wisconsin vehicle.
Logic checks out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to explain to them that no, now this is going to cost you triple.
Like, do they give you surprise Pikachu face? Like, what?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all the time.
Like, what do you mean, dude?
To the point where, you know, I used to feel bad about it. You know, you're trying to let them down slowly. Like, sorry, dude. You know, a lot of times it's high school kids.
Oh,
I've become so numb to it where I'm just like, listen,
kid.
what'd you pay for your truck? Like,
10 grand?
Yeah. $5,500. What'd you pay for your lift kit? With $3,200? Add
Right.
those together, and that's what labor is going to be. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, because I need to replace everything underneath your truck to put that lift kit on.
Sure.
I have to remove layers of metal or some sort of alloy to get to the bolts to be able to start on this.
You're asking me to rebuild your truck from the ground up, dude.
Yeah,
right.
and they just don't. They just don't comprehend that, and they'll be like, no, but my ball joints are bad, so I want to put a lift kit in. Like, cool. Now we have to replace those too. Like, and they're not going to come apart.
Oh, dude.
You know, and then on the flip side of the coin, we get all these brand new vehicles, so which are very nice to work on.
Like a specific white truck, maybe, that you did not long ago. That wasn't too bad, except for the hole you had to grind in it.
That really wasn't too bad, other than the fact that nothing is technically made for that vehicle.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, this should work.
Yeah, literally on the product descriptions, it was like, this doesn't fit my truck. Sure it does.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Could potentially fit.
You
was a
might have to modify some things.
bolt on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing out there is bolt on.
Nope.
You're right.
No such thing.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
Like your exhaust, for example.
I will never do it. I'll never say in my life. Now, I've said what I'm about to say many times, but I think I finally came to terms with that. Is this last time I did this is the last time I'm saying that ever.
Okay.
And what I said was, I went over to Buddy's shop, Buddy Evan, and I used his lift to do some exhaust work on my truck.
Is this after I told you, yes, you could use ours?
No.
Okay.
This is after I said, hey, how long until I could get my truck on a lift? And you said, June. Okay. After that.
Probably.
So, okay, yep.
Full circle back to us where I'm busy.
So, yep. So
Try again next year.
Evan said, how long do you think it's going to take you? I said, dude, literally hour and a half.
Bolt on,
like,
bro.
I'm like, I'm just got to bolt it up.
Yep.
Bolt a couple flanges together. All good to go.
Bolt on.
Jesus, dude. Wow. I won't get into that, but what you're talking about with rust and southern and northern vehicles.
Yeah.
I've never really owned like a southern vehicle that it's not rusty at all.
Okay.
Because even if people say it's only gone through one winter,
It's all it takes,
Yeah,
bro.
it's all it takes.
Yep.
But a
toast.
friend of mine moved up here from, I think it was Alabama or something like that.
Mm-hmm. South,
I'm wrong.
we'll say.
They don't get snow.
Far
Yeah.
south.
Just moved up here, and
No snow zone.
his girlfriend had a Nissan Versa,
Mm-hmm.
and he asked me to replace
It's an amazing machine.
shocks and springs all the way around. It's an amazing machine.
About that.
Someone put in
And
wrench time.
I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, and I get it. And everything was just hand thread out.
Dude, that's
every
great.
single bolt in the
Yeah.
suspension. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is amazing.
People do that shit with like 15-year-old vehicles, dude.
Yeah.
They're
It's
just like,
insane.
I'll do that for fun.
Done.
Dude, people comment that on our YouTube all the time. They'll be like, why are you struggling with that? I can do that in my truck in 15 minutes. Yeah, well, your truck
dude.
hasn't been
That
submitted
thing's-
to chemicals its whole life.
It's nature welded on, bro.
Right. So what's your opinion? I've heard mechanics that have been mechanics their whole life. I've heard them say, and I never thought of it this way, and it makes a lot of sense. So I'm curious if you connect with it. Mechanics in the north are a lot more experienced with getting around things
Like pure
and tough
problem solving.
situations
Oh, yeah.
than people in the south.
Yeah, because things either won't come apart or you just don't even want to touch it.
So
you
you
need
work
to get to
around
something
it.
up here. Yeah, so you work around that.
Yeah.
Like the developed like ingenuity or like
Yes.
wisdom is there because you've
Yep.
had to do some weird shit to get one bolt undone.
Oh, yeah. Well, we did a downpipe on Dustin Corthcati.
Oh,
And normally, easy. You pull the cab bolt, you pick the cab up, you can get at the entire engine.
not the case, huh?
He had steps that were bolted on with the cab bolts
Yeah.
that I cut the brackets off of the steps just so it wouldn't have steps anymore because the cab bolts were not coming out.
No kidding.
Wow.
So like that truck would have needed floors and like all sort no,
Dude,
not happening.
that's incredible how
So-
fast that escalated.
Yeah. So it was like a 6-hour downpipe install because
That reminds me of the downpipe on my first Evo. That's like on paper, that's like a hour-long install. It took 2 days, bro.
oh yeah.
Cutting bolts, doing some weird stuff that you didn't think you'd have to do. It was, yeah, no deal.
Worst thing ever. And I don't know if you run into this too much with your customer service experience, but companies will literally put on the instructions how long it should take.
Yeah.
But they never update
Yeah.
them. So if those instructions came out in 2006,
20 years old, it's the same.
it says, yeah, this goes in 6 hours.
If this is
Yeah,
for
it
like
did 20 years ago.
like a generation 1 vehicle and they're on to like gen 4 and it hasn't changed. Yeah, totally. That's a good time.
Yeah, and people are like, what do you mean it's going to take 3 times longer? This is what it says. Yeah, okay, you do it in that time.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Yep. Like, it's right in the instructions, dude.
I mean, I guess for the customer, as far as quoting like labor times, it's beneficial to them.
Right. But yeah, we have our own system of
Yeah.
how we
Typically you
quote
use
out.
Yeah.
there's systems for that.
Yeah.
But anywho, yeah, dude, I'm sure you've had your run-ins with some dandies. I can only imagine.
Yes.
So Banker, the guy for CO, really, the installer, he builds all of our vehicles. Do you still enjoy doing that? Have you ever enjoyed doing that? Or is it one of those things where you're like, hey, I'm good at this, and like, I guess I enjoy it, but, because I did that kind of thing for a little while, and I got out of it pretty fast.
You know, it has its days, right? So like on the surface, yeah, I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But like
It's cool to say, like, hey, you build all of our stuff.
built
That's
everything.
freaking cool, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But like we just discussed, a lot of these things are massive, massive pains to install. And like building is not always fun. The end product,
I imagine not.
is usually
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But by the time you get there, you're like, thank God this is done.
Get this thing out of my
Well, and when
shop.
you're
Yes.
talking about building like SEMA vehicles,
Yeah.
there's a deadline.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
And you're touching probably most of the vehicle when you're talking a SEMA level build.
Literally, but those are the ones I prefer, to be completely honest. So like, if you've seen my Camaro in the shop over there,
Yeah.
I do not have to go down that far. But if I'm gonna do it, I'm going down to bare shell and I'm building it right back up and I'm doing everything along the way. I'm touching everything.
Yeah.
That's why it's nice building those such involved vehicles. Where if I'm just throwing a 6-inch cheap lift on an old truck,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to touch as little as possible. And I know that there's going to be things that should have been addressed that weren't because they didn't have the budget or they didn't, don't want to worry about it.
Yep.
And it's like your anxiety is just, it's like,
Yeah. Sure.
you got to talk yourself through it. But, the SEMA vehicles, the high end stuff that you think would be more anxiety, the tight deadlines, I don't have a problem if I got to work till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We did it with Alex's Ferrari.
You love that shit.
I
You like
don't
stuff?
mind at all.
Yeah.
As
Is
long
that
as I'm
when
not fighting a bolt till 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's fair.
Oh, you mean, was that the same time when I was in there grinding adapters off my truck?
Dude, that was a great time for you.
See, like that, I would not want to be there that long until.
You guys are dealing with like wiring and stuff on the interior of Alex's Ferrari, and I'm just trying
to cut bolts
through
up.
like
See?
4 grinding wheels.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, there is something to be said for if like, because even working on my own vehicles, if you're working super, let's say you put in like 10 hours on this thing, but you made 10 hours worth of progress, and you weren't spending half of that trying to work your way around seized on adapters or a rounded off bolt that you have to drill out, or, you know.
Yes.
I think there's something to be said for that too.
Yeah.
Because that's super not cool.
Yeah. So is it enjoyable? For the most part.
Like he said, it is cool that to get to say that you do that. Not kidding. Last night, I forget what me and Caleb were talking about, my brother Caleb, but he said, who does all that stuff on Alex's car, like his Ferrari? I said, Banker does most of it. And he's like, are you serious? How does he know how to do that? He's like, he must be a pretty smart dude if he knows how to like dig into that stuff.
I would agree, yeah.
And I'm like, I never thought about it, but yeah, because I wouldn't
touch that with a 10-foot pole.
There's zero chance, dude. Even if it was my job, I'd be like,
nope.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the other thing. The variety of things you work on, dude, is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Like, that's huge.
The nice part about it is as stupid as and complex as a Ferrari is, generally speaking, for the most part, they're in good shape. And as simple and as basic as your general Chevy truck is, people do not take care of them.
That's, yeah.
So that makes sense.
That's probably a lot of the battle, too.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. You know, the Ferrari is, you just got to get around the mental block, which I've done years ago.
Sure.
I mean, cutting up brand new vehicles.
Whatever.
I don't even think about it.
Yeah. Let's go.
But it's like, you know, Tanner in IT has been just hounding me to work on his 89 F-150. And I'm just like,
that's a hard sell.
Bro, I'll get to it, but like, that is not a high priority.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to.
How do I say this? I'm not thrilled about the idea of that.
Yes.
I will, but I'm really annoyed that you're asking me to.
Yeah, it's not annoyed. It's just I really need to talk myself into that one.
You gotta psych yourself up for that one.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. No, that Camaro's gonna be red. I see that thing torn apart.
Here's someday.
Yeah.
It's a long process, especially when you're going down and trying to do everything from day one. You know, from nothing, every bolt, everything.
What's the end game looking like for that thing? Is that like a, are you just trying? Is it like a full restore kind of situation, or what are we looking at
Not
here?
at all. So I am trying to do I guess the best term for it is a resto mod.
Okay.
So, the car it's an 84 Z28, which
hell yeah, dude.
quick third gen Camaro schooling. 82 to 84 is technically one body style. 85 to 90 is your IROC Z, so another body style. And then 90 to 92 is your RS, another body style.
Sure.
Really, all they are nose cones and ground effects.
Right.
It's really the only difference on all these cars. But the 85 to 90 is the super desirable. That's your IROC Z. That's what everybody wants.
It's the iconic
vehicle.
Right.
The 90 to 92 is your RSs are like the most popular. That's what you see everywhere.
Okay.
82 to 84 is a very niche kind of person that likes it. It's the least aggressive body styling.
Okay.
And it's arguably the ugliest.
Is that what yours is?
That's what mine is.
Okay. We're in the niche zone.
Yeah, we're in this niche zone, but it's not a good niche to be in.
Okay.
I'm going to stick
with
it.
Sorry. If you if you're into it, it's like the ultimate because it's the first generation, the first iteration.
People
of
who have them are like,
Camaro.
I have one.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
And they had shitty engines, but because they had the shitty first generation of these engines, people think that they like them.
Sure. Yep.
Anyway, long story short, I'm switching over to 85 to 90 body styling.
Oh.
So I'm switching out the ground effects, longer ground effects, different nose cone. So I'm trying, and different hood. So I'm trying to make it not look like the 82 to 84.
Got it.
That it actually is. But at the same time, it's going on air.
Oh,
really?
Damn.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on air.
That's wild.
I'm putting it, hopefully.
Is this like secret info? Like, should you be saying this right now?
It's not. I have a rendering and everything. Like, it's not.
Because like a lot of people are going to hear this, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know how many of them have third gen Camaros, but if they can build it faster than me, have at it.
Well,
Game on.
Well, sorry, but the world knows now.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's out in the world.
Sorry about it.
This sounds rad, by the way. Keep going.
Full tubular suspension on it. It's a unibody car, but it has like a front stub and like K-member and stuff like that. So
Yep, got it.
That'll all be tubular. I'm building an LS for it, just a mildly built 5.3, nothing crazy.
So like just like a big turbo.
Yeah, no turbo. I was going to. Don't even. That's a whole nother train of thought.
All
and
right.
the reasoning that I need to buy more third gens.
Okay. Fair.
So, mildly built LS. It's an automatic car now. It's a 305 car now. Switching it over to a 6-speed manual
Sick,
trans.
dude.
Full interior, so very similar to what we did with the Ferrari, the black leather, black Alcantara interior.
We're doing a Paradise special on this thing.
Andrew is doing it for me.
Shout out Andrew, dude.
Yes.
That dude does amazing work.
He is so good at it, and that's why I'm sending it to him.
Paradise Stitch Co. Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
it
look
is.
him up.
Are you doing the Ferrari embroidery?
Just like a 1-to-1 Alex interior in the Camaro.
Not quite the same.
So you're gonna leave the Ferrari part out?
Yeah, I'll leave the Ferrari.
Okay. I was just.
He actually left the
clarifying.
Ferrari out of his.
Oh, he did.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that was going to be extra.
You should put it in yours. And
Yeah.
be like,
There you
this
go.
is what you should have done.
Yeah,
This is what it could have been.
Yeah, this is what a Ferrari interior should look like.
That's what they intended.
So that's like kind of the resto mod part of it.
That's sweet.
Is that it's going to be more of a 20th century interior, touchscreen radio, creature comforts, digital dash.
Got that.
He's
Yeah,
got
one
that
of
in
those
the
in the trailer.
TV.
I got a touchscreen. Yeah,
It's huge, dude. It's
It's a-
like
it's got Windows 98 on it.
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
decent.
Minesweeper.
It's got the pressure activated screen on it. So
Oh,
you click it pretty hard.
click. Yeah.
You really got to get
Like
in
the
there.
old BlackBerry. The
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
touchscreen
dude.
BlackBerry.
Dude, the BlackBerry
Yeah.
Storm had one. I was a cool kid.
Yes, I had
Yeah.
one of those too.
Yep. I didn't mean to segue into the TV, but it's hard not to. You know what I mean?
Well,
Honestly.
pretty much. If you're talking about
It's like the benchmark.
if we're talking about built cars and fast cars, it's probably going to come back to the TV
yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
True.
You know.
High
That's a-
horsepower.
That's a
custom.
3SS, dude.
Well, that's got the 6-liter. It's got the 6-liter engines in it.
Yeah.
And I heard that it has a custom iron block 6-liter, not the old aluminum block.
You are correct.
You
sir.
are
winner.
dead on with that.
Winner.
This is a rare gem right here.
Yeah, it does. But what I was gonna say is, what's hilarious, and I've been enjoying so much, is being part of Trailblazer SS forums.
Oh.
Dude, there's so many schmucks on there. Because it's one of those cars where it's affordable enough where people are like, I want a V8,
It's accessible.
a fast car.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's fast.
people get it, and then they're posting all over, and it's bone stock, and they're like, just pick this up, and it's like looks like a handicap van, and
Hell
Yes.
yeah, dude.
They're so, yeah.
dude, there's people that have steps like Silverados, like side
Oh,
steps
nice.
on
Dude,
it,
that one was
And then,
sweet.
and then people post in there with the 5.3 like Envoy, and they're like, not an SS, but basically the same thing. I'm like, I love this group, dude. Oh my god, it's entertainment. Same,
Oh.
yeah.
You like the third gen Camaro groups. I'm in a lot of them.
I bet that's
And-
fun.
It's so stereotypical.
Yeah.
So like at first when I got it, I joined a bunch of just, third gen Camaro groups. And then I realized very quickly that you need to join the LS swapped third gen
Oh
Camaro
yeah,
groups.
for sure.
Because the guys
That
that,
makes
are
sense.
in the regular third gen Camaros, I shit you not, this was an actual thing, was a thread that happens at least once a week of let's see those Camaros with trailer houses. I want to see your Camaro outside your trailer. And it'll be
Trailer House Thursday.
That's awesome, dude.
hundreds of comments long of cars on blocks.
Dude, it's THT. It's Trailer House Tuesday.
Yeah, dude, it
Wow.
is
Hashtag.
intense. So I
Search
was like,
that hashtag.
oh, I need to hang out with the LS swap guys. 'Cause
I just wanted to say a thought that popped into my head before when you were talking about Camaro, old cars, like that aren't fun, how they sit.
oh,
you know?
yeah.
I totally respect like the restoring thing, and like,
Oh yeah.
like I understand why they like it. They're
Yes.
probably like, why? Like my girlfriend says, why would you want to go fast? Where can you even go fast? It's like, you know what?
It's like, dude.
Anywhere. First of all,
Right.
Yeah.
But second is, so I understand different hobby. I just don't like it. But what I don't understand about it, in my opinion, is so boring, dude. Like the old car shows, when you go to them and they're just sitting in their chair and it's just sitting there.
Bunch of old fogies.
And they're like,
they got the plaques out there.
Oh yeah.
190 horse right here.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
And it's like, I don't know.
So like
it's the coolest thing ever.
Yes.
When it's like a,
talking like a Chevelle or
C4
something or a Nova.
and back vet and it's LS
okay.
swapped and like that's sick, dude.
That's cool.
But I can't get
Some
into
of those cars I understand. Because if you've ever been in a manual steering 40s Ford that's like period correct.
That's cool.
I've been in an OG Mustang that was kind of like that.
It takes you back to that kind of time period. And that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Do I want
steering
to
wheel.
live it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You're talking Ford. That's cool. I'm talking like 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
80s cars that are stock.
Right.
Like I'm going to leave. I'm not going super new with my interior. Like I'm keeping the same shape, the same style of everything. Like the door cards and like the center console is still plastic. My dash is still plastic. I still have a leather pad, whatever.
Sure.
Because I want that 80s aesthetic.
Yeah.
I don't want it to feel like the 80s shitbox of 110 horsepower that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
fair.
don't want that.
Find some middle ground, maybe.
Yes.
That's not actually the number, is it?
Yes.
110 horsepower.
It's like 110 horsepower, 305 cubic inch V8.
Wow.
So awesome,
Dude, we did so little with so much back in the day.
The amount of smog equipment. So all I've done so far, the engine and transmission are still in the car. I have an entire pallet, 3 foot by 3 foot, 2.5 feet high of just the smog equipment that I've pulled off of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Like the car could have easily been 300 horse.
There's
if it
a lot of
wasn't for
shit
the
bolted onto
emissions.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang, man.
Still true to this day. New cars.
Yeah, but
God, yeah.
dude, we've got 3-cylinder Corolla GRs making 400 horsepower, bro.
We don't. Japan does.
Well, give it time. Give it time. But yeah, I mean, time to change.
This range water's tasting really good.
Dude,
These
I
are
need. Can I get
delicious.
a reload?
Yeah, sure, man.
I need a refill.
Dude,
I drink my first one of anything really fast.
I'm not going to let what just happened happen without pointing it out. I just looked like such a girl. How I acted like I was going to throw that at you. I just went like this.
What's wrong with girls, dude?
I went
your
like,
wrist?
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
we
And
like-
I'm pointing that out so no one's like, that guy's.
We like girls around here, don't we? Thanks, man. Now I'm gonna have to wait to open that.
We do like girls, but I'm not a girl. So if I acted like a girl, then that's weird.
That's where it doesn't make sense. Yep, got it.
So you don't like yourself.
I
Seems like a deeper conversation.
What color? You have a blow dryer
Dude,
that's
how long
like
do you-
purple,
How
don't
long
you?
do you guys have tonight?
We're gonna need to.
I've been having some feelings.
I just want to. Can
we
we
really
just?
need to switch back to coffee if this is how this is going to go.
I just want to talk. Can we just talk right now,
Yeah.
dude? That Camaro's gonna be legit. I'm glad we dove into that.
It should be fun.
It's gonna be sweet.
I didn't touch on the aesthetic is going to be still 80s. So the car's going to be teal. All my accent color is fuchsia.
Yes.
Bright, not pink. I don't want to. It's not pink.
Well,
fuchsia.
yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be fun someday.
Yeah, I mean that thing's probably like a week out.
Yeah,
It's looking
at
pretty good.
least
Looking pretty solid.
I'm hoping for 2023.
Yeah, that's fair. It's been weird for me not having any sort of project lately. Just got the truck and the bike. You were gonna say something, Colin, and I'm sorry for cutting you off. What do you got?
Nothing at all, man.
No, dude.
I was going to say something, but it's off topic.
Do we know why this says beer on the can? We discovered that earlier.
He pointed that out. It just
These
randomly
Ranch
says
Waters
beer.
says beer in very small font towards the top.
We should just ask them.
But I was going to say.
Ranch Water, I know you're gonna see this. Can you sound off in the comments on the beer designation?
And let us know what you're looking for sponsorships and stuff.
Yep.
Like, make sure it's a appropriate subject line in the email because we
get
keep
so
getting
many,
blown
dude.
up. We're archiving. We hired a guy just to archive emails.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
wow.
Elon was like, "Hey dudes, I just bought Twitter. Can I come on now?" And I was like, "Listen,
Got to buy something more high profile.
we've got,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like we
I
just have
just-
such a backlog."
I
that-
literally just went, he said that, and I'm like,
just kind of like, huh, wow.
nice.
So that's where you think the bar is, Elon.
Yeah.
Got it.
That is pretty cool though. But
Yeah, good for him. Yeah. Shout out Elon.
Do you mind if I ask him the question that you asked me before about fame and money and what you would do?
No, not at all.
Actually, since it was your question.
Are you talking about the person I was surprised who you knew who it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you ask him that?
So I'm going to try. As you know, I'm an articulate dude. So I'm going to do my best. But feel free to fill in if you don't feel like I am nailing this like you want to. That's what somebody said.
I feel like I need to sit.
Yeah.
You're going to want to sit up in your chair for this one. So do you know the Catch Me Outside girl that was on Dr. Phil years ago? You know who I'm talking about?
Yep.
So here's the deal, man. I'm going to lay it out there for you.
Is this about the $55 million or whatever she made on OnlyFans?
Exactly. So you already are informed here.
Yep.
That's great. So
That was a great start.
yeah, we're looking good. So I think my question is really just like, where do you draw the line? Like, would you be cool with only being known for being that person, but making that amount of money? Like literally, it was on the internet, so that persona of her is immortal. She's always going to be known for being this, whatever the hell she was on the show.
Yep.
So we're not asking, would you do
right?
would you do OnlyFans?
I'm not
We're
asking if you'd start an OnlyFans. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. So
Just
you're
wanna
asking,
clarify.
I'm just asking.
would you be okay becoming famous off of being that degenerate like
Correct. Yep.
Because she brought $55 million in, and in my opinion, bringing zero value to society, and
Yes.
also being a meme.
Actually, a discredit to society.
We're in the negative.
that? Honestly, yeah, I agree with that.
So I guess how I would phrase the question is,
Yeah, help me out.
sorry, I'm like, so let me try.
No, yeah. Try
If
it.
you,
I'm good.
If I told you, hey, you have to stop what you're doing right now. 5 years from now, I'm going to give you $50 million, and it's confirmed. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it.
That's right. It's in 5 years.
But this is the road you're going down to get there. You're gonna be on Dr. Phil, dude.
You're gonna look like an idiot, bro.
If I Google banker, this is what I'm gonna see.
See, when you put it
And
that
you have
way,
to talk like
this changes my answer, right? So when you put it that way, if I have to change completely who I am, right, to be that,
Yeah, you're putting on an act, but you're gonna be paid out 5 years down the road.
no thanks, not even that kind of money.
dude, you can buy the 90 Camaro.
For
I don't
50
want it,
mil.
honestly.
You're making $1 million a week, banker.
Yeah, I still
No deal.
no, but the fact that is actually her personality.
Is it? Do we think it is?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah? Okay,
You can't be
okay.
that young and be that actually not be your person. Like,
So she
come
doesn't
on.
have like an agent.
Yeah, no.
Well, she'd be the best actor ever if that wasn't.
That's
her
true.
personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, sign her up, give her an Oscar.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay.
Like, so if you're just becoming famous,
So that's her.
out of being a degenerate because you are a degenerate, like
That's
yeah.
who you are to everyone in the world.
Yeah, can I be 55? Can I get $50 million in 5 years for being who I am right now?
No.
Please.
Nope.
Now,
Probably
after
not.
being on this podcast, this really opens the door for you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep. We may have opened some doors here
Hold
for
on.
sure.
Actually,
Are you
yeah.
blown up already?
yes. Actually,
Like, hey, dude, I heard you're on TGC tonight.
you know what the Late Show is? I've never heard of.
That's with.
I think I archived one of their emails, actually. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
The Late Show. Or was it the Tonight Show? Which one
didn't-
was it?
Didn't sound interesting enough.
Yeah.
Like Tonight Show.
Job
What about
offer from
tomorrow?
Jay Leno's garage. I don't know.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
That dude just doesn't give up.
That's annoying, dude.
Honestly,
Give it a rest. So that's a no from you.
It's a no. Like, yeah, it's a lot of money, but like, I don't know. That's a
The
tough
money
one.
conversation's always an interesting one.
Yeah. Everyone's got a different
Ask
line.
me if I'd do it.
Would you do it?
Yep.
Are you doing it under the presumption of once you get that 50 million, you go back to being
Yep.
Take Two acoustic?
Yep.
Yeah.
But just
I just
known
thought of that
as-
too.
Known
Yeah.
it. So you return to previous self, but now the world knows you as Catch Me Outside Colin.
Yeah. 'cause
But
I
now
don't
he's
care.
got $50 million
So you don't give a shit.
to become not Catch Me Outside Colin.
So people harass you on the street on a regular basis because you're that famous.
Here's the deal. This is what
And
would
you don't
happen.
care?
They would be like, I'd get in my car and someone would be like, that's the idiot that whatever. And I'm like, oh, man.
As you get into the TV.
Oh, and that was me push starting my new brand new
Trailblazer.
Ferrari. Trailblazer.
New Trailblazer.
Because I had so much money, I had someone install a push button start.
You bought the rest of the Trailblazers available. You just have a fleet.
All the Trailblazers SSs.
And I want side steps on all of them.
Tube steps right now. Chrome. Okay, so you're a yes for 55 mil a year. We're saying for 1 year, that's your peak, and let's say it trails off aggressively after that. Does that change your answer?
What do you mean?
You made the 55 million and that's all you get?
So this changes the.
All I need, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good?
I'm good.
If I can't make that last.
Dude, this may open up a better question. What is a life-changing amount of money for you? Where's the threshold where you're like, I would do a lot of things for that amount of money because that I feel will legitimately change my life for the rest of my life?
For the rest of my life.
For the rest of your life is a big part of that question.
500,000. You want to know why?
Yes. Obviously. That's why I asked the question.
Now, this is me answering this question like real quick. If you gave me more time, I could think of a way to make 250,000 the answer. But
okay.
500,000
we'll 500.
because I'm paying off like house and that stuff, right?
Yep. Easily.
Now, I know Grant Cardone's probably going to listen on this one. I heard him say in a podcast, that's the most idiot move ever. Just paying off your stuff because that doesn't make you any money. Even though it's an asset, but I understand how he explained it.
Yep.
But anyway, and then I would take that and I would build something like storage units or invest in land. And I know people that are very smart in many different like industries for that money could be invested in, and I would.
So you're playing the super long game with that.
Yeah.
Because you're only gonna at the end of the day probably only be investing only like half of that probably.
I would just be a very happy person. I would just be very happy. I wouldn't.
It would set you up for future expansion.
Yep.
It's the bare minimum to set you up for future.
Yep.
I understand that.
You know, I'm almost in a similar camp because I'm not trying to sound a certain way, but I feel like once you reach a certain point, I'm only speaking for myself, I don't necessarily have such a strong hunger as maybe it comes with a little bit of age too. I'm not like old, I guess, but I'm a little older.
Dude,
I don't know if I need a ton.
What are you, 27? 28?
29, dude.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, 29. I
Big
know.
old 3-0 coming up, man.
Dude,
yeah.
I don't want to talk about it this year.
So what's your amount?
What's my amount? I'm not too far off from you, I don't think. I'd like to, just for the sake of it, I'd kind of like to see 1 mil. Just for the sake of the 1M in there.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 mil. I don't need a ton, dude.
I mean, if we're talking a blank check here, I'm not stopping at 500, but I was just saying.
That's your.
Yeah.
How about you? How much you need to finish the Camaro?
Honestly, I don't know that finishing the Camaro would change my life, to be completely honest. But I mean,
how much you need to build that ranch?
5 mil.
Yeah.
Can we just say, first of all, a lot of people might not get the context of the ranch water and the rodeo joke and all this stuff.
Yeah.
This guy's a cowboy. He wants to build a ranch.
Yeah, that is the goal. I am far from an actual cowboy.
I know, but do you ride?
You're further along than a lot are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say.
I try to be.
Yeah.
But they are very expensive animals.
Yeah. What is your background with like horse riding? I'm actually curious about this. My aunt has a horse farm, and she did rodeo.
Gotcha.
Like she was a rodeo queen for a while.
So like very minimal, to be completely honest. So quick story, right? Quick background.
Story time.
I'm from a very small town, obviously.
What is the town name?
Seymour.
Okay.
I know
Home of the hamburger.
Home of the hamburger.
Fun fact, you can look it up. Hamburger.
I could go for a
Was
hamburger.
originated there. We have the world record, biggest hamburger, all that fun stuff.
Nice, dude.
Anyway,
Credentials.
So I've been around farming my entire life, right? But when you grow up in that kind of environment, you want to get out of that environment. So
Makes
when
sense.
I was growing up, I did all of this stuff, but motocross was the big, my life. Custom trucks was my life. Custom cars was my life. It wasn't until I got older and, Taylor, that I was like, I can't beat myself up this bad, which is funny because, rodeo beats you just as bad as motocross. But,
right.
I can't beat myself up this bad forever. And she, does barrel racing and all that kind of fun stuff until she had the kid.
Boone. Shout out.
Clearly going to be a cowboy. That's why we named him that.
That's a pretty funny name.
He's such a cute kid. I'm not gonna lie, but
dude, his mullet is coming in choice. It's wonderful.
He's crushing it.
It's just a funny name to blurt out. Boone.
Shout out Boone.
So I don't have a ton of background other than, being around it. A lot of my friends had girlfriends who had horses.
Mm-hmm. But you would really enjoy having a ranch.
Yes, I absolutely love it. Now, being an old man, it's more like, wow, I like being away from everything. How old are you? 34.
34.
Yeah.
Well, I'll join the 3-0 club soon.
It's rough. It's not fun.
Well, you don't look a day over 27.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
That's why I shaved today.
You bet is what I meant to say.
Did you shave for the pod?
Looking good, man.
Definitely for the pod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, millions of views.
I was like, damn, I got to be on camera.
Yep. Right. So, right on.
That's cool. Just to connect with you on that.
Yes.
I watched Yellowstone once.
Once?
I actually watched all of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me cooler than him.
Yes.
I also have a cowboy hat in my truck.
It does help.
Which I'll touch on in a second.
But he also does play guitar. So
that's true.
They kind of equal each other out.
He's very good at it too.
Thanks.
Really good at it.
Thanks.
Yep.
Just so you're aware, Kirk and I do get together to watch Yellowstone every time a new episode comes out. Not saying that we wouldn't be interested in adding to the group.
Maybe bring it together.
All right.
TGC
Is that
Yellowstone?
still new episodes coming up?
No.
It's like has it been for a while
thing.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah. Can't wait.
I just want to say, for the the interest in having a ranch someday, probably my biggest, I don't know if it's an aha moment, but I don't know what you'd call it, but when I'm driving out in the country and I smell fresh manure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I used to milk cows as a kid and throw hay and all that stuff because I grew up right next to a farm. My parents were farmers as kids, and every time I smell it, I'm like, man, it would just be great. I would love to work on a farm. I know I wouldn't enjoy it if that was my job, actually.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If
that's
it was
how it
an
is.
option.
It's the bad days.
Every time I'm with someone and I say out, because I always say it out loud because I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, that
talking
smells
out
so
loud.
good. And it smells horrible
Yeah.
to them. There's bad smelling manure and good smelling manure.
Yeah,
Totally.
The sour stuff isn't in.
Yeah.
Good.
The pig.
I'm talking
Yeah.
the good, the good smelling manure, and I say that smells good, and I just want to pull over and just sit, and enjoy the country.
I think
feeling.
it's because it's tied to more than just the smell for you, though.
It's a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, it triggers something. I get the same thing, like fresh cut hay. Like even if somebody's cutting their lawn in the spring, it trips in my head.
Sure.
And I'll just roll the window, all the windows go down.
Yeah.
It's at the
And I just,
DNA level, dude.
You drop back 10 miles an hour and you're like,
And if you were throwing hay, you'd be like, I'm out of here.
yeah, I'm sweaty, I'm itchy, this sucks. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I did shoot that past your other half. I was like, hey, I'd like to get involved with a little bit of horse stuff.
She already
Possibly. Wow. That was good. And she's like, yeah, dude. So I'm just throwing that out there. So here's the deal about my cowboy hat.
Yeah.
2 quick things. One, I did get it in Tennessee.
Okay.
So there's that, whatever, right?
Was it during a car show?
No.
Okay, that's better.
I just went in January. I just went down there just to go down there.
See, that's 10 steps above everyone else that's here that went to Tennessee to a car show and bought them all at the souvenir
Just
stand.
slammed enough. Yeah. I got it from a very nice gentleman with a very small operation. I'm going to say
That's
he was
even better.
He was like, what's the word I'm looking for? He was authentic. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, okay.
So he helped me pick it up. It was legit. Anyway, I have that, right? And I like wearing it. There's 2 things with that. One, you don't see it a lot around here. So you do have that, like you were saying, it's like, man, I'm really sticking out right now. So you have to really just be like, okay with that.
Yes.
Especially if you wear it, if you wear it here, whatever.
Right.
But if I'm in town,
you going to the grocery
people are
store?
like, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with that even. But that said, with my very minimal experience with anything that actually relates to where that hat would be worn, I'm not wearing it to any official stuff. Like if I go to a rodeo, I'm not wearing a cowboy hat, dude. Because I feel like I'm an imposter if I do that.
That's fair, but you'll feel better. Put it this way. So we just spent the last weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at Midwest Horse Fair, which is a giant rodeo. It's kind of just like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri. kind of everything convenes in Madison. There's a rodeo, all that kind of stuff.
Sweet.
Good middle
So,
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, Taylor was like, it's acceptable. Yeah, right. I know. Why is it Madison?
Yeah.
It was the biggest area that would let everybody get
Hey,
together.
is
I
Madison
guess.
good? Yeah, let's do Madison. Okay.
Anyway, so Taylor's like, oh, it's acceptable. Wear your hat there. Even wearing my hat there with thousands of like other people,
Yeah.
I was still like one of 150.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
So
And people like look at you like, wow, you're one of the real ones. It's like,
So
I mean,
even there,
no,
it's
but-
rare.
yeah.
I'm just like, if someone asked me like, hey, so do you, and I'm just like, no, I just feel like such an asshole if that were to happen to me. Because I'm like, I just like it, dude. I have an interest in it, but I don't have any experience right now.
Right.
Is that the time in your life, since it doesn't harm anyone, that you lie?
Is that a lying scenario?
And you go,
To a stranger?
just do this. So they don't expect a response past your initial one. Just go, yep, and walk.
And just keep
Yeah.
going?
Yes.
So that they're like, this guy's a dick. I'm not asking any follow-up questions, but you don't look like an idiot.
I live my
Are you
whole
okay
life
with
way.
that?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep, got
okay.
a problem with it. And then walk away, dude.
Yeah, what about it? But they keep walking, so don't let them.
I also want to point
Clarify.
out that horse joke a second ago that I made. I thought you were talking to me.
No.
That's why I said that. So just clarifying that.
Yeah, thanks for that.
It was really funny if you were talking to me.
You're taking a page right out of my book right now. You know that? You know what you're doing right now?
What's that?
What are you doing right now? Any ideas? Something I like to do a lot.
Closing the loop.
Closing the loop.
For sure.
That's exactly what you're doing right
For
now.
sure, because
Yep.
you said I was talking to your other half about getting into some horse stuff, and I said she already is, thinking you were talking to me, and then you responded. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay, got it. Check. Yeah.
Vouching for banker.
Yeah, she already is. Wait,
Right.
we are aligned on that.
But
So that's good input. Yep.
But I think that's what you should do if that happens.
Just go with the little.
Most time people won't even say anything, to be honest, because they're scared of what you will do. Because normally, do you at least wear it with like cowboy boots?
Here's the thing. I don't have those yet. So that's why I also wear it
Okay.
very sparingly, because it's,
We're gonna
not a
have to-
complete picture.
We're gonna have to work on that.
Okay.
So
What type of shoes were you wearing when you had the cover?
Well, I only wore it here. So
but I would imagine it's like work boots or something, right?
that day, the last day I wore it, I was actually wearing the all black Chucks.
Yeah, that
That's a no. That's a no. Yeah,
you at least got to pull the rest of the ensemble.
exactly. This
somewhat
is why I
together.
don't wear it anywhere, dude. I'm saying
Yeah.
anyway.
That makes sense. It makes
Continue.
more sense, right? Because
I'm trying not to be
I'm
an
not laughing
idiot.
at you. I'm laughing at the situation.
currently-
Yeah, you can laugh at me.
so like we went down to Madison, right?
Yep.
It's still a little cold out, and
Yeah.
none of the farm trucks will make it that far. They're shit, right?
Yep.
Farm
Sure.
trucks are never nice vehicles. So we took the Blazer. Do you know what you look like?
Oh, dude.
Getting out with my nice belt,
Yep.
the pearl snap, the cowboy hat, the boots,
Yeah, dude.
out of a fucking 2019 Chevy Blazer.
That's funny.
People are like, oh. And I'm like, no,
But you
it's
were
good
with
gas
Taylor, though,
mileage.
right?
yeah, right.
Like, it's my wife's vehicle, though.
Right. But, and at the same time, she's very conscious of, people are going to look at me. So she's over here in like her custom offsets hoodie.
Oh, so she
jeans, hey dudes, and a
Oh.
flat brim. Like,
She's got to commit, dude.
yeah, she does not commit.
Taylor, what are you doing? I don't understand.
Yeah.
She's got to
It's-
commit.
It's like, I will full commit. I have zero problem with it. And she's just like, you look stupid. I'm wearing your leggings. Like, okay,
You should be like,
whatever.
you know what? So am I.
Yeah. Right. I guess that's the level we need to be on. That's the level we need to be on. But
Leggings, cowboy hat, boots. Let's go.
I guess I understand her point of view there a little bit, like the humor of pulling up in that
yes.
and
Sure.
getting out. I guess the first word out of my mouth if someone gave me a weird look would be, I live next to a farm.
I don't work on it.
Yeah.
But I am.
He does
close.
often ask for help though. I'm busy, but I
That's the worst part. Like, so like where the whole needing to buy a ranch thing comes in is we live in the middle of town. Like, granted, we have a decent sized yard, but it's a small house, and I'm in town.
Yeah.
So like we go out to the farm and we keep the horses at our grandparents. You know, they have 80
Oh, you
acres.
have horses?
Yeah, that's what I was saying,
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you know, we
That's
actually
what I was
do.
saying. When I said I want to get into some horse stuff, I meant, hey, you guys have horses. Could I like check them out? You know, start to get
Okay.
acclimated.
Let's restart.
Welcome to the conversation. Alan.
Reset.
Welcome to episode 3, guys.
And 3, 2, 1, reset. Here we go.
So like they're not at home. We don't like have them. So that's where it gets
You don't keep
more-
them in your backyard.
Yeah, they're not in the backyard. So that's where it gets
In the garage.
extra weird because it's an hour from work to where
Oh, wow.
where they are. That's
Yeah.
literally the only reason we don't live out there is it's so far from work.
That's a hike.
So like wearing anything that I normally would wear around, like when we leave to go to the farm, which we try to, and we're usually there all weekend, especially when it's warm out, or like every night after work, you come home and it's like I'm the asshole in the middle of the subdivision walking around with my boots and spurs and cowboy hat on.
Like, look at this guy.
King douche.
That's pretty funny.
Getting out of my blazer.
That's pretty funny, actually.
That is good.
Visualizing it.
That is good. Are you just like, guys, I've got horses. They're just not here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to lie. If you lived across the street from me and I saw you and like you looked, approachable, I would be, which you don't.
You're saying
but-
something.
No, just
Right.
kidding.
No, I really don't, honestly.
Dude,
No,
you'll
I'm
talk
just
to
kidding.
anybody. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. I'll bring up a conversation with anyone.
Doesn't matter.
But if you got out of your blazer like that, I would be like, "Hey, you got a second?" And you'd be like, "Yeah," and I'd be like, "What's the deal with you?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your story?"
But you'd ask.
Because it doesn't add up.
Because
Yeah.
most people that live in town, like, no, they don't. I have really cool neighbors, and they all know. Like, I'm Facebook friends with all of my 3 neighbors that I have
Nice.
because I live on a dead end road and all this.
Right on.
At the end of this subdivision, so like they get it, right? They know what custom offsets is. They know that we have the horses. So like, yeah, if I didn't know them, and the fact that I always have a new truck in my driveway with big wheels and a big lift and it looks just loud and obnoxious, and it's always different, and I'm always wearing I would wonder what the hell
This
is going
guy,
on, honestly.
sure.
This guy sells Coke.
Yeah, something weird
For
is
sure.
going on.
He's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's at the casino all the time or something. I don't know. Yeah.
If I sold Coke, I'd have a white horse for sure.
Got it.
It's good.
Serious, I would buy one.
I believe you 100%.
They
Because if
are.
I'm selling,
They are more expensive.
are they?
Yeah, they're more rare.
I'm just saying, if I was like I'd never have desired to sell drugs, but if I did, I'm just saying I would buy a white horse.
So you're at the horse dealership and you're like, hey, does this one come in white?
Grow
Is
up.
that how that works?
Grow up, man.
Okay. Got it.
No, I don't know how horses. I don't know how you buy them, but I would probably start with Facebook Marketplace.
As you should.
You're not that far off, honestly. Excuse me. This day and age, yeah, you find a group is
It's
how
like
you buy
A
everything.
buy-sell group or something. Interesting.
Yep.
Looking for a white horse.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you're
white
in the
horse.
right group because you just post that shit on Facebook. Who knows what you're gonna find?
Just post that on your timeline.
True.
Looking for a white horse. Let me know if you got any leads.
Yeah, true. You might, yeah,
There'd be some interesting things you might come up with.
right.
But
Hey, man.
yeah, generally speaking, I mean, the stockyard. If you're down south, we don't have those here. But
Mm.
What's that?
a stockyard.
Yeah.
So a stockyard is like a used car lot
For horses?
for animals for stock which is
Don't they do like events around
Animals.
that stuff? Like where it's like an auction? Don't they have
Yes.
that as well?
Yep. Auctions. Yep.
Yeah.
So auctions happen at the stockyard.
Yellowstone and some other shows have
See?
taught me that.
See?
Yeah.
So Yellowstone. Sorry,
I'm like 2 steps removed from owning my own ranch.
I'll cut Colin out because he's not going to understand because he watched one episode, unless this is the episode he watched.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm all the way through all seasons.
But when they go there and they buy all the fancy ranch horses, all the fancy rodeo horses, I'm sorry,
Yep.
that is same thing, an auction at
Got
a
it.
stockyard.
Those things are legit.
That's slightly different because those horses are bred for the rodeo events and trained and everything. So they truck those in.
right.
But same
Right.
thing.
Yeah, it's legit. Man.
You can actually just buy the semen too.
You can.
Nice. So you could just pick that up.
Yeah. Put it on some ice.
Just buy that and be like, guys, I got a a trophy horse.
I've got like millions of horses in here, dude.
Where? Open the fridge.
Yeah. Just like a little post-it note on it.
What's the one that has the same stuff in it, but it's a little smaller next to it?
Like
That's for a trophy baby.
This
kid.
is my ranch. You just open your fridge.
This is my band.
Yeah. Yep.
This is my version of ranch water.
Right in this jar right here. That is something I didn't think we'd talk about, and here we are.
No,
You never know what's going to lead.
No, I'll save that question.
Hey.
We're good.
So we getting horses then, or is that where this is going?
We can afford it.
Doing,
with the views, we can afford it.
That would be.
Are we doing TGC live from the ranch? Is that what we're doing?
I would love to.
That'd be a great time,
Unfortunately,
dude.
where they are now, there's zero reception, so you can't stream anything. You can film.
Dude, we don't need to stream anything.
Oh, perfect.
All we need to be able to do is plug this thing into something. We don't even need a computer if we can't set it up.
12-volt outlet.
Yep.
Yeah, we got one of those in the barn.
Really?
Yeah.
TGC barn. We're good.
TGB.
Two guys barn.
2 guys in barn. 2 guys in Boone.
Should have Boone on the next episode.
Yeah, he would love to sit here and say, "Mama, Dada, and Vroom Vroom."
Hey, we could make hours of content out of that.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Are you reloading, dude? How many of these did you get? 6?
6.
Looks like 6.
2 each.
I've been holding on to this one.
That was funny. Did you catch what he did? He's like, he did quick math in his head, and he's like, "How many you get?" I'm like, 6, and he goes, 2 each. He's like, 1, 2, 2 each. 6, 3 to carry the 2, 2, 3.
That's exactly what I did. I don't know why that's so funny.
Trying to do the math on how
out.
fast you can drink that one, to be honest.
Like, okay, I had to extrapolate and understand how much more of this I was getting, and it's just that. Because it's 2 each.
Got it. Are you halfway through that already?
No.
Oh.
I'm still good.
He's more than halfway.
Yeah,
actually.
this thing is gone.
Do you guys care if I start up a different conversation?
Feel free.
So,
Are we about to do a hard left into Segway Town?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Just because I just did something that made me think of something that I thought of today.
Proceed. Approved.
I said to you a second ago, did you just see? And it just, for a second.
That's what triggered a line of thinking.
Yes.
Interesting.
I can't wait.
You ever have someone say to you,
Yes, that has happened.
that was a ranch water coming up.
Often, yeah.
Have you
It's
RW.
very carbonated.
It is.
It is.
RW. It's the agave.
Anyone ever say to you, "Hey, have you ever done this?" Or "Have you ever seen this?" Burp again. And you say, "No." And they say, "You haven't seen," and they repeat the question again. And how annoying is that?
So like a
Like how we
movie or
just-
something?
Like how we just
Especially-
did Yellowstone and we just shamed
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Especially if you're not in
Yeah.
the mood for it. No, you didn't do it. It would be
You
like
didn't, but
it'd be like if you said, "Ask me if I've seen Yellowstone," and we'll do the bit right now.
hey man, did you see? Have you watched Yellowstone?
And I'm not in a good mood, by the way. No,
You're just like working, and you're just
Yeah.
like, no, I haven't.
no.
Okay, okay, hold on. I was gonna,
Well,
How have you not seen
Yeah.
Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Like what?
I was gonna
What?
do something else, but
yeah, that's
Like-
annoying to me.
or like, are you serious, dude?
Yeah, right.
You haven't seen Yellowstone, and immediately you're just like,
And if you're in a bad mood, it's like, yeah, I
weird.
haven't.
I don't know that anyone has ever done that to me that emphatically.
It's happened to me
Really?
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, seriously?
People have asked
What about
me.
this? What
Wait,
about
this is a perfect example. You're seriously, no one's done that to you?
Yeah, you.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm not talking about just Yellowstone.
Well, right.
Yeah.
In general.
No, so
And maybe
you're,
it's just me.
you're telling me no one's asked you if you've seen a movie.
Or
Have you ever seen?
have you heard the song? Or
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everyone has asked me that question.
Okay, and then
You say
haven't
no.
Seen, and you were in a bad mood, and it was like, ugh,
Never.
really?
Huh. We
Because
have an anomaly on our hands.
I don't think, and backstory for people who don't know me, but
Yep. Yep.
people don't generally ask me questions anyway, unless like it takes people a while to be like, I need to ask him a question.
I gotta
don't
talk
want
to
to go over
banker.
there.
Sure.
Like I've seen customer service kids pacing the aisles and like
That's
talking
awesome.
to each other and be like, "Can you just go over there and talk to him for me?"
Pretty funny.
Listen, I don't want to talk to banker.
Yeah, like, he's gonna yell at me. He's gonna be mad.
He's gonna tell me to F off again.
Wearing cowboy boots and shit.
Yeah, exactly. He's scary. So I think maybe that's why is people are like, I don't want to know,
Yeah.
so they don't
Yeah.
ask me that question. But like, I mean, it's been brought up like the new Batman, right?
It's legit. Yeah.
Has been a while out.
Yep. It's on
And
HBO Max now.
Is it really?
Yep. Check it out.
So it's been discussed, and I was like, maybe it's because I come into the conversation and be like, no, but I've been wanting to see that.
Mm.
So maybe it's just I inject myself into those conversations differently.
Gotcha.
So you give them more than a no.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You pretend. You're a lot nicer than you come off.
Totally, dude.
Don't tell.
Don't
kids that work
let
for
that
you.
Wait,
How many people are gonna see this?
Oh no! I was about to say I'll edit this out. I'll edit this out.
Secret tool.
I was about to say you're actually like you're perhaps easily top 3 of all time, like nicest people I know for sure.
Yeah, you're at least top like 17 for me.
Yeah, you're on the list, dude.
The funny things that come, so like that kind of stuff comes up, and then I'll come up with like good ideas or whatever all the time at work, right? Or like I'll say, so the thing I threw in Slack last week,
That was crazy.
so many people are like, I didn't know. I'm like, no,
I didn't know
I'm,
you had like feelings.
I'm smart and
That's what
stuff,
people said.
but like you don't need to know that shit.
Yeah, need to know basis.
Yeah, like
You get one of those every 4 years.
yeah,
There it is.
yeah, exactly. Like
That
I
was
spoke
legit,
my
yeah.
piece.
That was legit.
You don't have to be freaked out about it.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know
Yeah.
what you guys are talking about at all.
Yeah. I don't know how to help you with that. So one thing on that
Look it up
topic,
later.
just check Slack, look for Banker. I think he's got a total of 5 posts in there. You're going to see it. So
Appleton one.
that was like my reaction though. Where people were like, that came from Banker. I'm like, yeah, he's like a nice dude. I don't know. Like he's intelligent. He's really nice. I don't know what are you
Yeah.
freaking out about? But
On
yeah.
the daily basis, I usually am not.
Yeah. So there's that.
But like I'm busy. People have dumb questions.
Yep.
It happens.
Yep. Especially in your line of work.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've asked you some myself, and that's okay because that's just how it works, man.
But there's a different way of, hey, I have a stupid question, or I have something to ask you that I think is going to be stupid, because you do that a lot. I have
Yeah.
a dumb question.
Yep.
Okay, well, no question. So people always say that no question is dumb.
Yes.
Well,
there is.
yes, there are.
There
Yeah,
are.
for sure.
I have a lot of people come up to me demandingly asking very dumb questions
For sure.
Hey, is
That
that
have-
thing blue or not? And
that
you're
have
like,
nothing to do with me, and I'm
wait.
just like, what do you want?
yeah. What are you asking me? That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
follow-ups. Like, what are you looking
Dude,
for?
I have a personal all-time favorite of yours.
Of mine?
That you did, and it was the
Did I
funniest
do it to
thing.
you?
I actually told, this was before we did the podcast. This is
I can't wait.
I actually
I say a lot of
I told
stupid shit.
Caleb, and it was actually funny enough that he laughed when I told him. Normally, it's not funny when you deliver.
Yeah,
the
we've covered that.
so
This
we,
is high praise. What did I say?
So we were at work and we were doing a
Surprise there.
Yeah.
yeah, right, and we were doing a team huddle. And
How long ago
You were
was this?
funny in a huddle.
dude? It was
I don't
great.
know, dude.
It was great. It was just a dry, sarcastic.
Did he know he was funny?
No,
I bet you I can see how this plays out. Okay.
Okay. Now
no,
I get
it was just him being
Me
him.
being an
It was
asshole.
him. Yep.
Okay, now I get where this is coming from.
Dude, it was so like.
I like how we're both very confused. Like, oh no, that was
being an asshole.
it
Got
was,
it.
It was so condescending,
Oh
but
no,
sarcastic at the same time.
People think I'm mean.
But the person it was too was totally game with this.
Who was it?
Was
I'm
it
just
Char-
kidding.
Was it like Charlie?
Don't say. Don't say who it was.
No, Sawyer.
Oh, oh.
Oh wow,
But
that's more surprising.
it wasn't Dick. It was just the
I'm just gonna
tone
let
was
you
kinda-
tell the
yeah.
story.
Okay. Sorry.
So
we're trying.
I'm gonna
We're
shut
trying
up.
to figure this
Yeah.
out.
yeah, are you guys trying to like backwards tell the story? Anyway, so there's at the time there's probably 40 people in the room. Good size.
So like a morning huddle kind of
Yeah.
situation? Oh
Okay.
no.
Yeah, this is good.
So the whole
Zach,
team heard this.
Zach standing in the back. I'm by Zach, and Sawyer is leading this meeting.
Oh
Okay.
no,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And he says,
What did I do?
And at the end, it's Monday morning, so he's like just BSing with everyone. He's like, "Hey, I forget who it was, but hey, what'd you do this weekend?" And he's like, "Well, I went to a car show down in Illinois," and Sawyer goes, he goes, I went down to a car show down in Illinois. And Sawyer goes, oh, whatever showcase. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, is that the one down in Illinois? And, and the kid goes, yep. And Zach goes, well, that adds up. Oh, no. You didn't say adds up. Dang it. I ruined it. You said.
Checks out.
Yep. He's like, went to a car show down in Illinois. Oh, the whatever showcase? Is that the one in Illinois? Yeah. Well, that checks out. It was hilarious at the time. And everyone was laughing already. And the fact that you said, well, that checks out.
Checks out.
It's good.
That sort of setup, there's no way I can't dunk on that. That's like a reflex. I probably didn't even realize it as it happened. That's just like, boom, I have to say
that's one of those things that I have to say it even at the cost of someone's like humility.
It's gotten me in trouble. But yes.
I understand
I'm with
that.
you.
But if it's like not anything bad, I kind of have to sometimes.
Dude, if it's, that's surface level stuff. But
like, I shouldn't, but I gotta. So
there's no way I can't.
That checks out. I feel like you can fit that in.
That's pretty harmless.
See, yeah, that's fairly harmless.
That was a very harmless comment.
Yeah. But me, I'm not. I will blur out no fucking shit.
Yeah. Different delivery. Those are two different levels.
They mean the same exact thing.
But are you dumb? Wait. Question. Where was the show?
So Illinois, huh?
Where's that? Yeah. No. I remember that now that you explained that. Yeah. Sorry, Sawyer. Well, no, I'm not because, dude, it was in Illinois. That's my. You know me though. That's my thing.
Here's a question.
Yeah, why don't you ask something?
Yeah.
What if you're
the host?
I'm the host.
Ask us the questions.
Okay. What if I'm interpreting that wrong?
Like,
so
from a language
what if there's
thing?
I don't know what the comma thing, the hyphenated comma thing, the dot on top.
You're talking semicolon.
That thing.
The thing with the dot on top.
Sometimes I'm smart.
Do you know when to use that and when not to?
Yes,
kind of.
I don't.
I think I overuse it sometimes.
Yeah, like you think you do.
I use it as like a pause.
Just put it everywhere.
And when you use it, are you like, this is a good time?
So what if that conversation, right? Okay, is not, this, what show did you go to? Or, this show. Oh, is that the show? Like, I went to Illinois. Oh, did you go to this show? Yes, I went to that show. Is that the one in Illinois? What if it was, did you go to this show? I think that's the one in Illinois. Like, because there's different names of shows, right?
So
you know what I mean?
I guess I don't.
So like, hey, did you go to Slammed Enough, right? There's like 5 different. It's a bad.
There's a handful,
right? There's a handful. So like, Slammed Enough Chicago clearly is in Illinois, right? But what if it's just like some random show, and it's similar in name to a show that's in Tennessee?
Okay.
And you're like,
I feel like we're already different, yeah.
Yeah. Is that the show that's in Illinois? Like you didn't get the name right.
Where the hell does the semicolon come into this?
In the delivery of, did you go to X show,
gotcha.
semicolon, that's in Illinois.
I think that's the one in Illinois.
I think that's the one in Illinois. Is that in Illinois?
So the question is,
because they didn't say what show they went to.
No, but they did say they went to Illinois though.
They went to a show in Illinois. Oh, did you go to X show? I think that's the one that's in Illinois.
I see what happened here. 2 things.
Yep.
Your takeaway from that, your Tahine takeaway from that.
The Tahine takeaway. I need a sound bite to play.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that in there.
Your Tahine takeaway from this is accurate. Other part.
Keep going.
I caused this confusion.
Okay.
Because he did say the name of the show.
Okay.
And it was Slammed Enough.
Okay. I got you.
So everything that's been mentioned so far is accurate, but the reason
Zach
you brought that up,
wasn't an asshole. He was right to have said it.
100%. Yeah.
Is this like the Oscars where we just need to stop talking?
This is the Tahine takeaway.
Tahine takeaway.
Dude, we should play it every time.
This is so good.
Yeah.
The Tahine takeaway. Colin's got today's Tahine takeaway.
Can I ask a question about that?
Please.
That was really quick how you brought that up. Is that on your phone?
No, dude. I just went to YouTube and I'm gonna stop it there because I don't want to give away our trade secrets. You know what I mean?
Fair. Don't
So
want
the
any of
tahini
other
takeaway.
coffee podcasters taking that.
There's a lot of them. You'd be surprised. We are easily in the upper echelon, though. There's like Black Rifle Coffee, and then there's us. So
Oh, well, I didn't even know they had a podcast, and I knew you guys did. So there's that.
boom.
Right.
Love those guys, though.
You ever hear of like
If it's a podcast, no.
Roe Jogan?
Heard of.
Rosif
Never heard
Jogan, I think is the phone. Is the
Rosif Jogan. Yeah.
the full
you know,
name.
like the clips that pop up, like the reels
Yeah.
that show up on Facebook,
Nice.
not
Yep.
Instagram, because I don't even know anybody use it. I never use that.
Yep.
From that
Gotcha.
is what I know of that.
You have MySpace? Are you a boomer?
You'd be in my
A
top 8, I
boomer?
think.
Are you a boomer?
I am. I'm a millennial.
Okay.
What? No, I don't mean like
Not legitimately. Yeah.
Are you a boomer at heart?
Yes.
Dude,
I get called a boomer every day.
I'm still shocked that you knew who the Catch Me Outside girl was. And you knew her name and a lot about her.
Like I know pop culture references.
He didn't even know what pop culture meant. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Okay, so maybe I'm not. I don't know. I consider myself. I like.
Am I wrong?
Honestly,
Was that an unfair call out?
No, not at all.
Because you look miffed.
No, not at all. You know it takes a lot to do that to me.
Are
But
you crabby right now?
no,
Dude?
I can't describe myself, honestly.
Me either.
It's like I know a lot about some things, and then, dude, anything like,
You have very selective knowledge.
yeah,
I would say.
like technology wise, I love having a new phone, like feels cool, but like knowing the stuff about it, don't care.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Same.
Like
I actually don't have a new phone because I don't like paying for them.
I'm a big
gear
honestly,
gear
like
guy.
I said, I don't know how to explain. I don't know. We would have to bring up some things that I'm not the one to jump on new stuff.
Here, do you have TikTok?
Tic Tacs. Those were
Me
good.
Dude, I don't, and people make fun of me for it.
Yeah, I watch Reels because anything that's on
I
there,
like
they just put
Reels.
on Reels.
But if it says go to TikTok to download to watch the full thing, I'm not
Nope.
doing it.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Instagram.
All right.
I do have Instagram,
IG.
so I can post like music stuff.
How much do you post?
I think I have like 200 followers.
But how much do you post? Doesn't matter. Followers doesn't matter.
Once every 2 months.
Same. Okay.
See,
That's
I probably
MO.
post like once a month, but I throw shit on my story like every other day.
See,
I'm
I
more
forget
story
that
guy.
stories exist.
That's mainly what I use it for.
Okay.
Stories.
And I think I use it. I use like for this when this goes live. I'm gonna
You'll share.
use it for
Yes.
Sure, dude.
that. Facebook, I couldn't do music without because that's like literally how we
Right.
do stuff.
Yeah, Facebook.
A lot
I
of
use
good
all the
use
time
cases for
because
that.
Facebook came out, and that was like the big thing.
Yep.
And
It's
that's
kind of
what
the
we use.
idea.
Twitter?
Marketplace.
I know Musk bought it,
I'm
but
gonna
like,
download one now, baby.
I don't use it. I have one because I got one back in the day, but I don't use it.
Yeah.
I follow a very small handful of people, and I pretty much just use it for like, because I actually generally care what they're doing, or use it for different news little
Yeah,
things.
I just feel like it,
Twitter
it
you're
got
talking
so
about?
full of ads and like crap.
I mean, yeah.
140 characters.
I don't.
Come on.
I don't post anything, dude.
You
But
can't share pictures or anything. Like, what's the point?
Right. That's why I never got on Twitter. Like the whole
Yeah.
little
You know-
like
You know what Twitter feels like?
I would have a Twitter if I was famous. Because then if I post just took a big
that's
poop,
kind of like the point.
people would be like, "That's funny."
That's
Yeah.
legit.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what is Colin Postle gonna post?
Yeah.
Hey guys, had a really good day at work. Like, what am I gonna say?
What it
That's
reminds
interesting.
me of is when Facebook first came out. If you remember that, Zach, you were probably in like 3rd, 4th grade.
Dude,
you're
I made my
29.
Facebook in 08.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what grade?
08, 8th grade. I want to say.
I was going to bars.
Nice.
Anyway.
I was too. I'm just kidding. It wasn't that
I-
early.
Legally.
The next year, though.
What was Facebook like when it started?
it would literally say, how are you feeling? What are you doing?
Oh.
And then they would
Super
pop
basic.
up and be like, Cody Banker is sitting at home after work trying
Yeah.
to find something to do.
It was super.
That though is
That's
not
what Twitter feels like
That's
to me.
not as far as long ago as you remember, because I remember that.
Okay, there's like 10 years at least.
I mean, it was a while ago, dude.
I got my
10 years
my
for sure.
Facebook
That's
started
probably when I
in
had it, yeah.
2007 is
Yeah.
when I transferred over from MySpace to Facebook.
Is that funny?
Nice.
See, we're not gonna get deep here,
Okay, cool.
but
We're rolling, guys.
I'm
We're
just saying.
crushing it.
Yeah. But I'm just saying the things have advanced a lot. Because
That's what you have to
it
say.
used to be very simple.
How was that deep?
Very profound.
Well,
Very profound.
I toned it back. It used to be people used to be very simple. Like that's what they needed for their social media.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
To capture
Dude,
them
when
for
I
the
get
day.
the memories.
And now it's like you don't get your piece of social media unless you've posted about
some crazy shit. Or no, is that not where you're going with that?
How big your turd was. You know what I mean?
Something,
like something really.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a better thing that's personal. That's a pretty personal thing, right?
Especially if you had a photo.
And actually, I couldn't tell you the low. So like when Facebook first came out, the only way you could interact on Facebook was to leave a status. I can't tell you the last time I updated my status. You just share stuff.
You're just making posts now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just content.
It's a
That's
picture.
All it is now.
A picture of my kid.
You
In general.
guys have your MySpace open with a song?
Of course.
Did we? Dude, yeah.
Do you remember the song?
Well, I know I had multiple. Like you change them out, right?
Yeah, all the time.
That said, I'm really struggling to pin one down.
You remember?
Man, that's a bummer. I gotta think of
Only because, and I don't know if it still is, or still was at the end, but because I had the same ringtone downloaded on my phone.
Yep, nice.
And it was Limp Bizkit Break Stuff.
Nice.
So
it's legit.
Pour some sugar on me.
I'm shocked.
I'm not
Good
shocked
song.
one bit.
Yeah, me either.
No.
Not a little bit.
It was pretty sweet though. I remember, dude. I was gonna make a joke that I remember what it looked like and then make something up, but I'm not because it just came into my head. I totally remember you could change the theme.
Dude, the themes, yeah.
Yep.
You had to do like some minor coding with some of that
For
stuff.
sure.
Yeah.
Dude, mine was like
Hacker.
carbon fiber looking, like black.
Oh.
And then it had green stripes.
Whoa.
Oh man. If I close my eyes right now, I'd be able to picture
I know
it.
exactly what mine was because at the end of the MySpace era, or my end of MySpace era,
Rip.
again into like the motocross and stuff. Back in the day when Monster first came out, you could just join the Monster Army, which was you were sponsored by Monster. They would just send you.
Dude, I remember
Monster.
this. I got decals through doing that.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
I was a cool guy.
my background was literally whatever Monster had put out. The big Monster,
Really?
the M, and all of the
And what did the sponsorship consist of?
Mine was just stickers.
Yeah.
Quite the
It depended on what you did, how good you were.
I didn't do shit. I just got stickers.
I believe what we got was a
sticker
sticker pack, a couple of cases, flats of Monster,
Yeah.
and we got our profiles on like the Monster Army page.
Dude.
Oh.
Startup Monster.
At what age?
I mean, that was
It was like 15 years ago.
18, 19.
It's pretty cool. When you're 18.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
That's legit.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
If Monster posts my picture somewhere, I win.
Dude, I am
Winning. I don't even care if I make
We're
money.
talking. This is 2006. Like that's
Yeah.
that was
Dude.
the cool shit. Like
I was in 7th grade, bro.
There was no Kyle jokes. Like if you drink Monster,
No.
you were actually cool.
Monster
Yes.
was like, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
There's
cool,
like a
man.
Monster Fox collab background.
Oh.
The M's would like
Sick,
move.
dude.
Fox never faded out.
It's still.
Well, maybe it did a little bit, but
Slightly, but like it's one of those things. It's like
It's not really a pop culture brand anymore.
Right.
I would say that maybe. Not like it used to be.
It is though.
It is? Maybe I'm just out of the loop.
We're too old.
Oh, no.
This is what I realized. So, because I thought the same thing until I went to the rodeo this weekend, and it's become like a 16 to 21-year-old brand.
yeah, like
Oh.
And I'm like,
Dang.
oh, shit.
it's like a young roughneck thing.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
All of these kids at the rodeo had Fox
stuff
t-shirts on, or Fox hats, or Fox stickers on the truck. And I was like,
That's about when I was wearing that shit.
yeah.
How are we starting on time? How are we doing on
We
time?
just eclipsed. Take a guess. Where do you think we're at?
50.
Okay, guess.
An hour if you said we just eclipsed.
So I need to subtract like 5 minutes of pre-show.
Okay.
Hour 25, dudes.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just going to start a whole conversation on the fact that a company has made hundreds of millions of dollars by calling themselves. Now, don't think of it, because when I say the name, you're going to think of the brand. Just think of the animal, Fox.
Yeah.
I want to start a brand called like Deer.
2 companies.
Hog.
What do you mean?
So Fox
Shocks.
Fox
and
Shocks.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Fox
Racing. Or
Fox
whatever.
Racing is technically Fox Head.
Yeah.
Oh.
The head and the tail, brothers.
No way.
That's why there's always a tail on Fox Shock stuff.
Yes.
No way.
Whoa. We just got some.
Let's end it there.
That was insane. You just hit it right here.
Yeah, that's good.
Fox tail, fox head related. Boom. So yeah, I mean, that's the time that we're at, but this is good stuff.
This is fun.
This is good stuff. Shoot. You ever had something and then just lose it? That's what I did. You got anything while I think of this? Because it just totally disappeared on me and I'm struggling right now. It was really profound and now I don't have it.
Sometimes I like to watch people struggle, so I might just sit and
Sit in silence.
Watch you try to think.
For like the
about it.
last 60 seconds, let's just say nothing.
Banker, do you got anything you want to close with?
Yeah, dude. Anything in...
We've been asking.
We've been riffing too.
We've been asking our guests.
Yeah.
What do you? Could you provide any sort of advice, whether it's life advice, genuine, something that maybe you've gone through, or some sort of advice that you've picked up over the years that has helped you, or anything like that? It can be a one-liner. It can be a 5-minute spiel if you want.
It's really a floor is yours kind of thing. It doesn't have to be like, no pressure, but a guy like you has seen some things. And
you know what? The best advice, because this has gotten me through everything. Confidence is the key. Confidence will get you into anywhere, get you into anything. You can know literally nothing, but if you're confident that you can, at least if you get there, you can figure it out.
Mm-hmm. So like a burn the ships kind of thing. Like, let's get there, and then I don't care if we can't get back because I'm going to figure it out.
Absolutely. An example. So when we started custom offsets, right? Mm-hmm. I started as the garage, the guy that installs everything.
Yep.
The question was, Sean had posted me was, have you ever installed have you ever built a truck before? Yeah.
Really?
Have I done
nice.
stuff? Yeah. But
Sure.
have I taken everything down to nothing and put it back together?
Right.
No.
Right.
I was 25 at the time, 24, 25.
Sure.
And I was like,
That's legit.
yeah, perfect. Can you start a business? Yeah.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Did it.
Yep.
Done it.
That's nice, though.
Now it's like, I'm the guy with all the answers.
If you're resourceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure it,
That's what it's about.
if you're capable of figuring it out.
Yeah.
But being confident about it is how you figure it out. I mean,
Sure. You got to at least open the door.
yeah.
And then...
Hey, can you play guitar? Yeah. All right, get up on stage. I need another person.
All right.
Wow. It's like something that you can't
That's
just
a little
figure
different.
out.
Yeah.
That's slightly different.
That's a very true concept, though,
But-
because there's a lot of people that I can think of. I'm not going to say, but I can think of offhand that when they began what they did probably not what they promised,
right.
and turned out to be great because they're smart enough and vocal enough to, ask for help,
Right.
Yep.
You figure it out.
You can
learn.
If you have someone around you that, come on, hey, can you do sound? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, for real.
You start playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
This sounds good. That didn't work. I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, don't do that. These guys suck, huh?
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. No, totally.
But yeah, come up here and play guitar. Ha!
Right.
Right.
I think that aligns maybe with just don't wait for the perfect time to do something that you're thinking about doing, because there's no such thing.
Yeah.
Because like this whole podcast thing, like we're having a blast at this. It literally came from, hey, I don't know how the hell we started talking about we should have our own coffee, but that's literally where it came from. And then I was like, do you want to do a podcast? And you're like, yep, like you said. And I was like, for real? And you're like, yep. I was like, cool. So then I immediately ordered equipment. We started doing it. Like
nothing you have done before. It's not like you had the equipment. Yeah, I
Right.
used to do this for years, and let me go break all this stuff out.
it could have not been something we liked after the first episode, but we had no idea. So it's like, burn the ships. Let's just do it.
Absolutely.
And we're having a blast. Like,
Yep.
totally, man. That's a great piece. That's a great takeaway.
No one has not brought a good tahine takeaway.
We are
for the end.
literally 3 for 3 on the tahine takeaway.
That's awesome.
Leave that on. I'd like to propose a cheers.
Let's propose a cheers, boys. Banker, thank you so much for your time this evening. We'd
Absolutely.
love to have you anytime if you get bored in your busy schedule.
This was wonderful.
We really enjoyed having
You think we could get me on a horse for the next, maybe a few episodes down the line? Maybe get me on the back of a
From the
horse. and-
ranch.
We could do that.
We could get some. Yeah, that'd be
We
good.
have- So we have a pony that I think you might be able to touch the ground while you're on him, but
That'd be great.
Probably kicking off.
if
Let's
he
get the
doesn't
pony
buck,
going.
you'll be able to ride him.
We're gonna have to figure out this situation.
Yep. Is there anything to mount
You
a
gotta get
mic
those-
to on a horse?
Those headphone things. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
Get one of these
The
going.
ones that echo and you always sound like the clown at the rodeo.
Yes.
Banker, it's been a pleasure. Thanks again for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Everybody, take care. We'll see you on the
Cheers.
next one.
See you on the next one.
Bye-bye.